Most people set New Year's resolutions, don't they? And associated with that is New Year, New You. The trouble is that it's not just a new you. Just writing down New Year's resolutions doesn't mean that it's a new us. And obviously, life gets in the way, and we default to type very soon. And that's why people feel frustrated, don't fulfil their potential, and don't achieve their goals. It happens time and time again. It's happened to me before. But the difference is, when you actually get a coach, then incredible things can happen. So that's what I'm going to talk to you today about, maybe changing things this year by getting a coach. And if you listen to the end, I can tell you a little bit about how we do coaching, ranging from very light touch, joining a group, or doing much more focused sort of one-to-one private coaching. Personally, I got my first coach back in about 2015, I think it was. And I was astonished, really, at the difference it made in terms of getting super fit, fitter than I'd ever been before. My business, which was still something like 15 years old at that point, suddenly started to grow beyond sort of a glass ceiling that I'd reached. And, loads of other things happened as well that I didn't even expect to happen. But certainly I felt like I fulfilled my potential a lot more that year and the years after through having a coach. I've seen it myself with my own clients as well. Just last year alone, we had some phenomenal successes with business owners, who felt stuck suddenly. Their business catapulting. One, under my mentorship, their valuation changed from $1 billion to $3 billion. So I suppose I could say that I'm responsible for a 2 billion increase, probably more to it than that. But this is what coaching can do. Someone else who'd been really stuck actually in a position for a long time ended up getting a promotion that up to that point had just been out of her reach, and is now on her way to Hong Kong with her family. Fantastic new job. And there were many, many other examples of that. You can just have a look back and see what coaching can do in terms of making a difference to your life. It can be whether that's making more money, whether that's getting fitter, whether that's changing your relationships, improving your confidence. There are so many things that coaching can help. So why does it work so well? Well, I'll give you some reasons. The first is that it will give you absolute clarity. It's always so much easier when someone else comes along and asks you questions, for you to get clear on what it is you really, really want. Otherwise, we can go round and round in circles in our own mind. So that's the first thing, getting clear on what it is you want. If I say to you, what do you want? Very often it's hard to answer, but that's what coaching can do. It can help you get really clear on what it is that you want. That's the first thing. The next thing is it can keep you accountable. We often do much more for other people than we do for ourselves. So whether it is training, eating in a more, nutritious fashion, working on your longevity, building your business, there will be some things that you have to do, some habits that you have to change. And if no one's watching and no one really cares, and your loved ones are telling you that you're great just as the way you are, and, why do you have to work so hard and all that sort of stuff, then the odds are that you won't make the changes to your habits that you need to fulfill these goals and these dreams. So accountability is a big one. And when you know that you're going to be speaking to your coach, either in a group environment or face to face or on a telephone call once a week, you are much more likely to take those steps. And when you take those steps, great things happen. I mean, it really is just action, in a focused way. The other thing is that, you do learn strategies. You can learn some things from your coach that you didn't know before. Your coach will have seen the exact same situation. I mean, we're not that different. So they would have seen the same situation in other people, and they can really help you, firstly, to understand it's not just you, that maybe, your limiting beliefs are getting in the way, you're self-sabotaging, that everyone does it. And they can also give you strategies to get round things, under or round or over hurdles to actually move to that next step. So that's an important aspect of it. And then give you expertise as well. They can refer you to experts that, if it's a trainer that you need, if it's a particular business strategy, if it's just a service that you need, they can refer you to experts in those particular fields. Most coaches, myself particularly, I have worked with thousands and thousands of people in different industries. So they will have some expertise from other people that maybe you just wouldn't have access to because you don't think to ask those questions, or you don't feel it's right to ask those questions of colleagues. Overall, they will give you motivation and encouragement when you really need it. So obviously, on the one hand, there's the accountability, but on the other hand, there is that motivation. to keep going, to remind you what it is that you said that you wanted, to remind you of your why. And really, we all go through sort of peaks and troughs, don't we, in terms of moods, to try and lift you up again by explaining to you what's possible, reminding you of how far you've come. So that motivation piece is really, really important. And that goes hand in hand with overcoming limiting beliefs as well. We've all got them. We've all got these limiting beliefs which hark back to our childhood and maybe some trauma, but it doesn't mean to say just because they're there that we have to allow them to stop us doing the things that we want to. So helping you overcoming limiting beliefs, and all of this culminates in you making some faster changes and getting some quicker results. And when you do that, it's very motivating, and you start to think, I've seen some evidence now that this works. And so we then become more motivated to continue making these changes. And yes, it's hard, it is hard to change. But that's what coaching helps you to do. It helps you to build resilience when things don't quite go to plan. The coaching will help you to sort of get up and just keep carrying on and not give up. The only difference very often between you and some of your competitors or other people that you compare yourself to who are where you want to be, the only difference is not that they're cleverer, or have some sort of other magic things going for them. It's that they have that resilience and prepared to take that extra action. And sometimes, you just need someone else to help you along with that, who really knows you, that you can be really open with, to help propel you forward. And overall, what that's going to do is it's going to give you the ability to make a long-term change, not just a 5-minute change, not just a change in January, but to actually continue to do these different things, continue to take these actions, continue to change your habits until all of a sudden it becomes part of you. And before you know it, the year is up, you are a different person. You are now that athlete that you wanted to be, or you are now a business owner or a multi-business owner, or you have sold your business, or you have got that new job, or you have changed your relationships. These things, they're all possible. They're not magic things that only reserved for other people. And if you have a coach, then you are going to get there. Absolutely. It may take longer than you want, but you will get there. And so with that said, if you are interested in having a coach for the first time, then just click on the link associated with this and we can talk to you about how it works. As I say, it can be everything from very light touch, where you're just going online modules and having WhatsApp communication. If you're not ready for, significant interaction, it can be part of a mastermind group where you build your own community and you share from the experiences of others and you just go through a set program, or it can be private, on a one-to-one basis with me. Obviously, I only have a limited number of those spaces, but however you want to do it, I would strongly urge you to get a coach and start that coaching journey, because it really will transform your life. So that's it from me, and I wish you a lovely week, and I look forward to speaking to you about coaching.